this here. Okay, first of all, I wanted to show you right here the LV. Let me see. I'm going to draw. Forget you guys can't see me where I'm pointing. So, okay. Here we go. So LV right here, RV right here. Okay, so those right there are your left volume and your right volume. Okay. I want to grow my right volume. Okay, because we get paid once you get to coordinator. Okay, you're going to start earning a percentage on 10% off of that right volume. Okay, so 10% of that. So I would earn an additional, what is that, $52 once I become a coordinator. Okay, but as you see, let's see here. I cycled. Oh, sorry. Gosh, bear with me here as I learn all this stuff here. Okay, as you see, I earned $40 already this week because I cycled, because I have at least $600 here, and I have at least $400 there. So between the two of these, I have a total of 1,000 points. Okay, so every 1,000 points, you're going to earn that $40. Okay, so I just wanted to kind of go over that real quick before. But now we're going to go to placing somebody. So placing somebody, I'm working on this leg right here. Okay, so I want to, from here on out, place everybody on my right volume because I'm trying to catch up with that left leg. Okay, so what you would do is, okay, so what you would do is to place somebody, go up to your organization. Now, it gets confusing because you see here there's a graphical downline, and that's what you're going to click on, but at the bottom there's also the holding tank. So if you click on your holding tank, you can go in there, and if you have somebody in there, you'll be able to see, hopefully you have multiple people in there. So you'll be able to see if you're, you forget whether you placed somebody or not. That's how you're going to be able to tell, okay? But click on organization, okay, in order to place them, go to your graphical downline. Click on the graphical downline. Oops. Okay, and then you're going to go in and you're going to see all the people that you have personally enrolled on the top, okay? And then you're going to see the people that they have personally enrolled underneath them, okay? And you might not see everybody, so don't start to panic if you're not seeing somebody, okay? From there, you're going to go up to sponsor, okay, and then click on binary. So you're just going to have a different view here. Once you get to this, okay, you're going to see this arrow right here, okay? That's where you're going to want to click. And like I said, I'm working on filling in my right side here. These middle boxes, is somebody going to say something? No, okay. No. These middle boxes are never to be filled in by us, okay? That is the people that we have personally enrolled. That is their job, okay? So these boxes we will never worry about, okay? And I'm going to get rid of all of this, okay? Get rid of this, okay? And then I'm going to click on that right box here, okay? So you see when I do that drop-down menu, there's 4 different options, okay? And I'm only, like I said, interested right now in my right side. Okay, so I'm going to click on bottom right there. Once I do that, okay, you'll see that spot available here. Let me get this spot right here. This is the spot that I'm going for. These, again, you never fill in those inside boxes. You leave that for your the people your distributors to do that. Okay, that's their spot. But you want to grow that spot right there. So, getting rid of that, I'm going to click on that. And I don't think anything's going to happen from there. But if I did have somebody in my holding tank, okay, I would click right on this box right here, okay, and then it would bring me to another screen where it would show me the people that I do have in my holding tank, okay. So what you would do is just click on their name, and then it's going to bring them to kind of the top of the screen. It's going to say, this customer, Christine Roach, is going to go on your right side. And then there's an orange box where you will click on just to confirm that. And it'll bring you to another screen to confirm it. So you'll have a couple different times to, if you're questioning where you should be placing somebody and you're really not sure, you need to reach out to me or whoever first to kind of check in, and at least have those two options before you do it. But let me tell you, once you place somebody, that is, they're there, so you can't move them, just to let you know. So, if you have questions about it, just definitely ask, and I can help you out. Any questions on that? It's pretty simple once you get in there. I wanted to bring up too something that I can't show you because it would have to be done from, and I told Casey this the other day. I just recently found out that you can go on. You can tell your customers that if they are not getting through the gel in 1 month, they can go bi-monthly. Okay, so they can go into their website or onto their account. I did this yesterday for Pam's sister, but they can go onto their account, and then I'm trying to remember where I went from there. I think it was manage my auto ship or edit account info, or manage my auto ship is what it was. I'm trying to remember here. And then you can go, and there's a drop-down menu that you can choose monthly or bi-monthly from. So you can let all your customers know that is also an option if they're having trouble getting through their bottles. Okay?
I do have a question about that. That is only for clients, not for us, right?
Exactly.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, because I found like I haven't finished my first bottle yet. It's kind of funny, but if that happens to a customer, I mean, you just don't want to really like fill them with tons of bottles. So that's a good thing to know. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And also remember, for you guys, once you get 2 people on auto ship, if you are 2 customers, not on auto ship, 2 customers on auto ship, then you can, if you're having trouble getting through your bottles, you can cancel your auto ship, okay? So don't feel like you have to stay on it. It's just 2 customers underneath you on auto ship, they can be bi-monthly, and then just, back off your supply, because I know I'm having trouble getting through my bottles as well. I'm backed up over here with Somaderm, if anybody looking to sell a bottle. Okay, so next thing I was going to do here, let's talk about placing people. So I got a new job. I left Fit Body to kind of work more with clients individually, and so I taken a job at a place called PW Fitness. It's in Fayetteville, and my schedule there, I'm going to be 4 days a week there, so 5:30 in the morning to about anywhere between 9:30 and 11 o'clock, Tuesday through Friday. So during those hours, I won't be available right away to answer questions and stuff like that. So I just want to let you guys know that. But once and also another thing that I was taking into consideration is when we should have our calls. I don't know that if I get out at a day at 11 o'clock, that I'll be able to hold our calls right at noon on Thursday. So I was considering, asking you guys if you thought Mondays would work. I know Mondays are kind of a pain because everybody's just kind of getting into the week and the swing of things, but I could even record.
That's okay. That's okay.
Monday works for me too.
I could Monday also.
Okay, all right, great. Awesome. Okay, so let's, starting next week, let's change our calls to Monday at noon, and then hopefully we can record them. Ursula can keep helping me out with that until I figure that out on my own here. Okay, I've done the bi-monthly I got my new brochures. I did order brochures, and I kind of just wanted to show you guys what they looked like. I don't know where my camera is, but this is what the back of mine looks like.
Oh, cool.
Wanted to show you. Yeah. So they're like $10 for 20 of them or something like that. It's not super expensive, but it has my website on it, has my email, my phone number, and all of that stuff on there. So really good stuff. I also ordered, and I did mention this already, I also ordered one of those big banners, the ones that roll up. And so I just wanted something professional looking for when we were doing those events that we're doing. Like on Saturday, we're having that event at Intrepid Lane. Pam is really the one who's been doing all the work for it. I've been trying to help promote it, but she's the one who has, created the event, decided when it was going to be, found the location, all of that stuff. So please invite your prospects or anyone you can think of that you've talked to about the gel. We're going to have some really good information on there. She's really well versed in hormones and stuff like that. So please feel free to just invite anybody that you want. And hopefully you guys can attend too. I love just continuing learning about hormones and stuff that I, can help my prospects with. So that also, I would also mention we have a seminar that Pam is going to be holding. She is a leadership coach, so she likes to focus on helping people grow their business and stuff like that. She has a seminar that she's holding from 10 to 3 on December 1st. That's also at the same place as our event this weekend on Intrepid Lane. And I have signed up, and I've been listening to lots of books lately. I love personal development stuff, so the book I've recently been listening to is called Go Pro by Eric Rohr, and I recommended that book. I think I have it on our, I just got a banner actually, we just dropped it off. But Eric Rohr, so I recommended that book on our Facebook page, but one of the things that he said was, he finds that the people who are most successful in this business are the ones who actually go and attend these events. And I know for me, I have the constant excuse like, it's a weekend, I don't want to go, or, I kind of want to spend time with my family, which I do. And so I make every excuse I possibly can to not do stuff at night or to, stay home on the weekend and just hang out with the family. But, if you can attend, some of these events or try to schedule them in, it's really good to get out and just network and talk to people. And also being in person and receiving this information is a lot different than listening to it in the car or, on your phone or whatever you have time. So, just something to say about that. I also want to talk a little bit more about Eric Rohr and that book because I was listening while I was working out today. And he said something really interesting that I thought I should share. He said, do not wait to completely know what you're doing. Do not wait to take action until you completely know what you're doing. And sometimes we are like, okay, you know what, I need to figure this out first. Like, I need to figure out a plan. I need to figure, I don't know how to do an event, so I'm not going to hold one. I need to know exactly what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it. Sometimes the best way to learn is just actually go and do it. And it's so uncomfortable. I honestly, personally, networking really gives me anxiety. So it's hard for me to go out and do it, and especially in holding events as well. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I know that it gets easier as you do it, and getting out of your comfort zone is one thing that is really important, especially in network marketing. And it doesn't always at first feel authentic to you, the way that you take action. Like by me, at first when I got into this, I made a lot of mistakes. I reached out to people, and the things that I said, I wrote a book since I was trying to explain what Somaderm was, and then after a while I realized, the simpler you are, or the more direct you are with what you're trying to say, or just keeping it, just saying, can I send you a link? And then, sending them a link after, and then just touching base later. I found that works, better than me trying to explain exactly what I'm, getting. I'm going to share with you, next week, something that I had sent, a prospect, and he was like, what are you talking about? I don't even know what you're sending me. But he's a good friend of mine, and I know he won't mind, me sharing that with you guys, but I'll find that and share it with you, as embarrassing as it might be for me. Another thing, I did a networking event last Thursday night. It was actually an event for David's Refuge. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, but it's an organization for parents who have children with special needs. And what they do is they provide a place for them to go, a bed and breakfast for the weekend. The parents are responsible for providing care for the child while they're gone. They pay for them to go away and reconnect with as a couple, and then also, connect with other couples who might be going through something similar. So it's a really good thing. But while I was there, I got asked several times what I do, and what I wanted to say was I am a personal trainer, and I wanted to stop there, but I forced myself to say I am a network marketing professional, and to kind of go elaborate on what I do. So it was really uncomfortable, but I am a network marketing professional, and some people are going to look at that and say, oh, I can't believe she's doing that, or oh, those people are so pushy, or but we're professionals here. This is how we're going to this is how I'm going to make my living. I'm not only a personal trainer, but I have to own up to the fact that I am a network marketing professional. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. So the sooner you get comfortable at saying that, I feel like the sooner you're going to step into that position as a network marketing professional and feel good about it. So just wanted to say that. Another thing I got from this book, and I hope you guys really consider listening to it, but it was, something along these lines. It's like choosing a skill to develop, make a plan, implement the plan, and then review it. So choosing a skill, for example, me, it's just what I just said there. Like, I'm going to, and how I introduce myself to those people who ask what I do for a living. That is something that I need to improve on. I can't be ashamed of it. I've got to be comfortable with it, and then I'm going to do it, and then look back on how that all went, and I will make changes and keep growing. So, brochures and banners I've already talked about. The new distributor email that I sent out. You guys can all use that. I really wanted something. I need something for myself to be. I need like a system in place for myself. That's how I work. As soon as I have a system in place, I feel more comfortable with what I'm doing. I feel more organized, and I feel less chaotic. So feel free to use that email to send to your new distributors. If it works for you, you can put bits and pieces. But there's also some really great links on there that I haven't shared with you in the past. So and there's actually that new the interview with Dr. Lynn Henshaw. I highly recommend you guys listen to that one if you haven't already. Let's see. Where am I? Talking about Pam's seminar. Creative Homes. That was great the first week. I can't say that we've gotten anything out of it. I think the first week we were in a bathroom, and as you can imagine, it was just beautiful bathroom. And it was my sister and I, and people would come in, and they had no choice but to talk to us. So I felt really good. I talked to a lot of people, handed out a lot of information. Like I said, these type of events for me are super uncomfortable, but the more that I do them, the better I feel about them. So it's just, you gotta kind of just do it. And you don't have to be salesy. I think the thing about, network marketing professionals have a really bad rap because they tend to be salesy. I mean, you can talk to, it's really, you got to think of it as educating people. I mean, we have a really great product that we need to share with people, and so you got to just kind of start to feel comfortable with, educating them about how this can help them, and not feeling. I did have a lot of people say no, and that's totally fine. I was fine with it. I think me starting out in the network marketing industry and beauty counter really kind of gave me a little bit of a thicker skin, and the fact that we only have one product here to me is less overwhelming. And I think it's just something you gotta sort of, I guess, get used to and do it authentically. You have to feel good about what you do and how you're presenting your information. And to me, that is the most important thing. So anyone has anything to add to that at all? No, I'm just kind of going down my list here. So the parade of homes. Oh, the one takeaway that I would say is I should have collected information from people. I should have, instead of leaving, or I printed out brochures for them to take, and it had our information on it, but that leaves them with the information and the control. I didn't take anyone's information, and I should next time. I will be doing that, and I will present it as, and I will, as we have a giveaway. I was going to give a percentage off a bottle of Somaderm or something like that. I mean, just so that we can touch base with them and not leave it in their control. So that's my takeaway from that. I started that CNY Gel Stars. It's another Facebook page. Who the heck needs to be on a Facebook page? But the reason why I did this is because I want, and it was really actually Pam's thought at first, I want people to see testimonials from people that actually know, and we sent them to that big testimonials page, and I think it's great. There's a lot of great information on there, but, for a couple people, they've said, well, what's happening with people that you know or that are on your team? And I was hoping that you guys, when you feel comfortable, if you feel comfortable doing it, can get onto our Gel Stars page and just share what you've experienced with the gel. And you don't have to lie or embellish. Just I want you to know honestly what you've experienced so that people can go on there and read it. And also, it's also a page because I want people to stay interested in using the gel. So I want to put information on there, continuing education, I guess, about what the gel provides and who it can help, so that, sometimes if they read something like, oh, this helps with Lyme disease, or this also helps with adrenal fatigue, or, they'll be like, oh gosh, my sister, that would certainly help her. So then it would give them, it would help us to kind of grow, and it would give them, what am I trying to say? Just kind of help us grow as a team, right? And also keep people really interested in using it and stuff like that. So if you guys get a chance,
I do have something to ask you regarding that. And I'm just thinking from a branding perspective. Do you think that it will be a good idea, or maybe it's a good idea and not possible, or I don't know, just put me back to reality. If you could get one of the big shots of New You Life, like for example, one of the doctors or one of them, just to have like a 10-minute conversation. I mean, it could be you because you're the head of our organization here, and bring that into that new Facebook page, because that will just add more credibility to what we're doing. I mean, and I'm not saying that the product is not credible, because I use it and I know it's so good. But, one thing is what I say, what you say, what everybody else say. But if you add that portion of, hey, we are the company, like these are, even if they just go down through the ingredients, or maybe it's just as easy as if you could share one of those calls where there's not so much of what goes inside the house. I mean, we keep the dirty laundry inside the house, but just talking about the benefits, and it's an authority and it's a doctor, that will definitely add more wow factor to any new person, because they'll say, oh yes, I'll believe you all this because you want to sell me, right? That's the mind of the consumer. You just want to get me into this. I might need it, yes, and once they use it, they will believe it. But just like to help us, like it kind of like sand out that rough part of the beginning of because it really sounds too good to believe it, right?
No, I know. You're right. I think that's a great idea. I do. I think that's a really good thought.
So that will just add us. It's like a little pat in the back, like you said. I'm just gonna send you to this group. Check it out. There are doctors there. It's more than just us.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Yeah. You're right. Is there a call that so do you think it should be, could we use a call that was already recorded that I could pin there? Or do you think that I need to get somebody who is doing it specifically for our group?
I think that, I mean, for a starter, if we just can like sift through a call, that will put that something right away, right? So that's how you patch the hole. But then in the meantime, like if you could really have access to someone, like, I don't know, like book someone and says, hey, can we do a Facebook Live? I mean, and I can work with you on that. I can show you how to do a Facebook Live screen to screen. So you just book with that person, just give me 10 minutes of your time, tell me when is a good time with you, and we'll make it happen in those 10 minutes. And then you just like, hey, we're trying to launch this in Central New York, get 10 minutes of sweet information, and then boom, that goes in there, and it's stuff that can, and that Facebook Live, by the way, you can do it just with her and then be scheduled to be put on the page later. Like I can help you with all that. I know how to do all that. But I think it will just add relevance.
I do. I agree. I completely agree. I think that's a great idea. Is there a call specifically that you can think of right now that you...
Well, I think that one of the things that people, and I don't know, Casey, Melinda, you also add to my idea, but I think that one of the things people want to know is, of course, the ingredients. And I know that there's a document there, but the human factor is what adds value. So, we'll just have to pick and choose what do we want in there, right? But I think that is something really good. Or if just somebody pitching in about talking, how does this work in our system, right? It's not like I read that post that says like what it does is kind of like tickles in your pituitary and said, hey, wake up, do your job. Somebody that says that in a friendly manner, but they are backed up by their own industry, right? I'm a doctor. I can say that. I have the authority to say that. I think that those would be kind of good things. I don't know. What do you think? Could?
Yeah, no, I think that's excellent. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I think we could get, I'm going to think on that a little bit more.
What if we even, just as an idea, like some of the videos that Alexi has done, what if we did like a clip of him, he's the actual, he came up with this gel, he's the mind behind it. What if we did something about him talking about it? I mean, obviously not posting the whole video, but just a portion of it.
I think it's a great idea. Yeah. We could do a combination or make, we start out, with the ingredients and then a little portion of Alexi on there.
I just like when he talks, it's easy to understand. Like he's very simple. Yeah. The way he explains it, it's not overly complicated. And I think it makes it nice.
Yeah. Great idea, guys. Stuff I need. Good ideas. Flooded with, we all are, right? Well, flooded with so many different things. Good. CMY Gel Stars. And you guys, of course, I changed our page to Team Gel Stars instead of Somaderm yesterday. I just had to change it, Okay. That's all I had on my list today. What about you guys? Anything else from you guys that struggles? Are you guys all feeling pretty good about where you're at? I know I have my days certainly where I'm like, what in the world is happening? Like I kind of feel like I'm, you're just kind of go through your day, and I've been trying to make time. I've been doing in the morning, which I found to be really helpful, is doing a brain dump just kind of listing all the things that I really want to accomplish and I may not accomplish them all, or just anything that I'm thinking early in the morning, because I feel like I have monkey brain, swinging from one branch to another. I've got so many different going on, so I think that just has been helpful for me lately. So, setting my alarm for 5 a.m., getting up doing that, and then hopefully the kids won't get up until 7. Colin has a metal pole in his hands right now, so he's a third child. What are you gonna do? All right, I kind of went off talking again, and I asked you if you guys had anything. Are you guys?
No?
No? You guys all feeling
Yep,
good?
we're good.
All right. Okay, well, let's do the next call Monday at noon. Next Monday at noon. I will see you here. And in the meantime, text me, call me, do whatever. Contact me for whatever you need.
Perfect.
All right, guys.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thanks, Jillian.
All right.
Thanks,
Okay.
Ursula.
Oh, thank you. Bye-bye.
Guys.
Bye.